every time I looked over, because we were on opposite sides of the room, he had a huge grin. You could see all 32s. Like it was magnificent.
I was just trying to, the teacher was so motivating.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, come on,
Jump. Hey guys, welcome back to another recap. We are currently recapping Friday, which was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Day 7. That's what we're recapping for you. Day 7. So day 7 for us was a Friday that started off in beautiful Bishoftu at the Kuriftu Resort. And actually, I got up nice and early, around 6 a.m. Well, we always get up at that time because that's just what we do here. And took myself down to the steam and sauna, which is complimentary. It comes with the room. So I went and did that. Jones was supposed to go for a little steam and sauna as well, but opted out, decided to just stay in and relax in the room. So once I finished the steam sauna, we went to grab our last delicious breakfast.
What's up, Taconas? Oh,
no, you're good. Our last delicious breakfast at the resort, and we kind of went ham. You got a pastry. You had a couple of coffees, a regular coffee and the traditional coffee.
Some fruit, some
food, which was so good. I went ham on the juices also. I got all 3 juices that they had. I'm taking all of them. As well as a traditional coffee. We had a fruit plate.
Yeah.
So you guys saw that. We had a really nice breakfast on like a bed right in front of the water park, which is really nice. And that's where we did our recap from day 6 for you guys. So you would have seen that. After which, what?
Then we did some more content, and then we went to the room to finish packing. It was bittersweet. Didn't want to leave that room or the view or everything, just the atmosphere. Called our driver main, Jonathan, and checked out. Oh, and when we got our bill, so we had everything charged to the room, and then I was like, I wonder how much is this gonna be? But surprisingly, our bill with all our dinners and lunches and drinks and breakfasts
and spa treatments,
all that stuff, sent it. We had it charged to the room, and surprisingly, it was still less than
5,000 birr.
Yeah.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah.
Which is what Tigis charged us to go from here to her place back here.
Damn!
Yeah, it was less than what we got conned out of. So yeah, that every day, like, we've been putting it in perspective. Like, what we spend on certain things was like, man, it's amazing that that's still cheaper than in a taxi that we got misquoted.
Yeah,
but
because
anyway,
we hadn't been here 24 hours and she took advantage of that. But listen, at the end of the day, just so you guys know, we're not bitter, we're not mad. It's just a running joke now at this point. Like, we were looking at handbags earlier, which you'll see later on in our vlog. And it's like, oh, only 1,300 birr, so less than 2,500 birr, which is what Tigis would charge us to give her a cab ride home after she finished taking us out. So the whole thing has just become this running joke, and I hope you guys understand that we're not harping on this. We really are just turning it into banter, because that's what it is at this time for us.
Yeah, that whole situation just became the joke, like the inside joke of everything we do here.
Of everything, And even earlier today, we were at the malls, and I was, pointing out to Ishé, like, we went through like some nail salons. We saw some women that were like really, really well groomed and put together. And, we kind of just had another revelation, which is that when you have money to get your nails done, your hair done, your toes done, like, these are luxuries. So which she had done as well. And we saw loads of other women that were able to do that, which was great. But it also says something about your socioeconomic status. So for her to have said, "Can I have some money for diapers and milk?"
Yeah.
It was a little
you
bit
got
like,
these
you have priorities.
nice nails, your acrylic nails, and you know, shoes, and
Yeah, your nice Converse.
when we're in her room,
You have Wi-Fi at home,
yeah.
which my family has.
Yeah, her daughter was showing me around her flat, and we went in her room because her daughter shares her room. They share rooms or something like that. Some of her daughter's stuff is in there, so she was showing me around, and she had so many high heel shoes.
Really?
Yeah, in a closet, and I was like, "Oh, Tigas be hitting the spots."
Yeah.
So she is not hurting whatsoever. It's just amazing that she was so greedy to still ask us for money, more money, even though she knew that she made money from us that she didn't earn.
Right, after spending the equivalent of really one full day with us and not showing us any parks, showing us, yes, Piazza, the first hotel ever in Ethiopia, but just very few landmarks based on her, based on what her set list was. We didn't hit very many of those. So that's all we're saying. We definitely didn't get our money's worth, but it's okay. You know, it's great. I mean, her and her family eat. It just really helped us again gain that perspective that, because even for me, I'll be honest with you, I don't get my nails done every week like I used to. You know, we're going through inflation as well in the United States, and there are other priorities that come first. Groceries for me comes before my nails. So if I have to choose, you know, I'll choose obviously getting food and sustenance for the home. So that's all we're saying, is that there are priorities, and the fact is she's doing really, really well for herself, and we're happy about that. It's just unfortunate that she felt like she needed to, for whatever reason, take advantage of us.
Yeah, because we could never bash the country or the people. Like we love being here. We love everybody. Like everybody's been so gracious and nice. But we're just talking about one individual. You know, every society has one or two, or you know, more than a few. But everything else that's been happening, like with people in the service industry, like things we've been doing, they've been really great to us. Like, and honest, like people have been like when we don't have the correct change and we give cash, like people have been giving us the change back, not expecting just to keep it and buy. People have been you know, if we count something, if I count it out wrong, they've been giving me, "Oh no, you gave me too much, you gave me this," giving it back. Also today, what happened today? We were, we didn't have, like it came, like the cab fare came out to like
204 birr.
204.
Nowhere near 2,500, haha. So 204 birr.
So we only had, I only had 200. I didn't have any lower change, so I would have had to give him 300. And he was like, "No, don't worry about it. You know, I'll just take 200. You good?" And I was like, man, if that was somebody else, they'd have been like, "Oh, I need all of my money.
I need 5,000.
Give it up." Yeah.
So.
We're not hurting, and we're not like, you know, it's just funny. But like when you come to realization, like every day we've been thinking, man, you know what? All the red flags come later after you realize what's happening. So we just been joking about that. But on the other hand, man, this is the place to buy leather goods. Like if you want quality leather, handmade.
Oh wait, honey, this is today. We're doing recap of yesterday. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
So
take that out.
Sorry, no, you don't need to take it out. No, I love it. Leave it. No, but so basically, our ride came to collect us. The guy that my cousin Marhawi hooked us up with, his name is Jonathan, and you'll have seen him in our vlog because we bigged him up. And you know, if you're coming to the country, we highly recommend him. He's a very fair and safe driver. Very fair in his price point. He took us from home to Kuriftu back home for 4,500. again, not anywhere close to the 5,000 for an intercity drive. Okay.
Yeah, so she was purposely telling us things were further than they were,
Mm-hmm.
so she can kind of justify the price. But these are New York City prices or DC,
Mm-hmm.
or I didn't even pay that much in LA, like
Mm-hmm.
on a Uber ride. Like I used to drive Uber, so when the trip costs you around $30 or $40, it's far.
Yeah.
It's far. $50, it's far, or it's
Airport.
peak time. Yeah,
Mhm.
peak time. It'll be peak time and far. So, yeah, but not knowing until a couple of days, getting your bearings, knowing where you are, knowing which direction things are, and then realizing what city is what neighborhood is what, and then you piece it together. And so, like, we got our whole itinerary. Like, I went and did our whole itinerary for the rest of the time we're here. And we're going to just do it on our own.
Yeah.
Like we normally do. That's what we normally do when we travel. Unless we have a really close friend that's showing us around, like in Kenya.
Yeah, and that was in Mombasa, really, because we don't really know anyone in Nairobi. But
Yeah,
in
we
Lagos.
do. Nairobi. Got homegirl.
Oh, okay, Amani, yeah, we do. Yeah. Well, she didn't get a chance to show us around the last time we were there, but in future, for sure.
Yeah, when we went out and we talked to her, she told us, a lot from living there.
It's true, yeah, she did. She gave us the inside track. But, so basically it came time to check out at 11 a.m., so we were ready, and Jonathan was on time, not surprising, actually early, which is not
very
surprising.
punctual.
We cleared off our charges to the room, which were, again, surprisingly really, really accessible. We understand, again, that we're very fortunate. We're coming as foreigners, so what may be accessible to us may not necessarily be accessible to foreigners. And on the flip side, we feel the pinch of inflation in America, right? Because the cost of living in the last 18 months has skyrocketed for us. So we understand that we get an advantage here. We certainly don't get an advantage there. So it is what it is.
And we did tip.
Yes,
like we tipped
very generously.
everybody
Yeah,
at
to
the
make
resort.
sure. Yeah, thousands of birr we ended up tipping just because the services and the food were so accessible to us that we wanted to kind of give a little bit more, and ended up giving a lot more, which is great because we're happy to feed people, especially when they're being honest and not trying to take away from us, and making assumptions about our own financial status and just way of living.
Right.
But so we got into our car, we came back home. It took us again about an hour and a half, maybe an hour 40 yesterday at most. And then, Jones wanted to hit the road running again, Mr. Busy Bee. So we basically dropped off our bags, and first thing we did is we actually had to make a stop at Ethio Telecom.
Oh yeah, I had to make sure I had enough minutes because I bought the monthly package, internet, text, and data, and kept getting weird emails, like not emails, texts. Some of the texts in Amharic, so it was kind of weird. Like after I got off the phone a couple of times, it like had a tally of how many minutes. I thought it was how many minutes were left, but it was how many minutes you used. So anyway, I just want to make sure that I had enough minutes so we can receive calls on my local Ethiopian number. I'm so happy I got. I'm keeping the SIM card and I'm gonna use it every time I come back. But I found out we had like 140 minutes left over, so that'd be good for the rest of the week because we need them when you use the Ride app. They always call you to make sure they're picking you up at the right place.
Did you say the Ride app was created by a woman?
Yeah, it's created by an Ethiopian woman.
Hey.
That's what I read. I'm gonna get that information. Put that information in here. So then after that, we what did we do?
We also actually took a photo at the Line of Judah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ishé wanted to get that done, so there apparently is more than one though, you said, right? We took the one, so we're staying in Mexico Square area, so we took the one closest to us en route to Piazza, is the one that we stopped.
It's like
and
right
took a
around the
photo
corner.
of. Yeah, really close to us.
That place is kind of busy.
Yeah.
There's a
very
lot of
busy.
activity, if you know
Lot of
what I
activity.
mean, going on over there.
Keep your eyes open,
Yeah,
ears open, and just be aware.
yeah, because people kept coming up to me, hey, Rasta, man,
Mm-hmm.
you want to buy some? Like,
You want to trade some money?
yeah, I don't need to exchange money. I don't need no smoke. I don't need none of that.
No.
It was funny though, and we talked, you know, to quite a few people. I kind of want to go get this book that I saw that Amharic for visitors.
Oh yeah. We might go.
I might have to
that.
go. Yeah, I might have to go collect that because it looks like a, you know.
A useful tool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just didn't feel like stopping because, you know, we're on a mission. We wanted to get that done. Then we looked at a couple of stores for like, you know, clothes. I'm looking for other deals for cotton shirts, for the traditional Ethiopian shirts, and I can't remember what we did after.
So I was supposed to teach a yoga class last night, but 3 people had initially signed up and then they had texted and canceled. So I thought that there weren't any people showing up. So I communicated that to the owner of the studio, who had put our local number on the flyer. So she had asked me to keep tally of who was signing up. So because those 3 people that had initially signed up had pulled out, I didn't think anyone else was showing up. So when I spoke with her, she said, okay, yeah, we'll cancel it. We had come to that decision. But we also knew that the space was going to host a traditional dance class right before my scheduled yoga class. So we were going to go to the space anyways. We wanted to support it. We wanted to see it. The woman that owns that place, well, the 2 owners are, it's a woman named Kim. She's Korean, but grew up in New Zealand, and her husband, Jonas, who is Ethiopian. He grew up here, but lived in New Zealand. That's how they met. And they have a child, which I think is so wonderful, but we didn't get a chance to meet him.
9 years old.
9 years old. They've
Little
been
boy.
here for 3 years, but that's another story.
Now, I got to tell, what's funny about, he was telling us about the kid and how he's adapting in Ethiopia as half Ethiopian and half Asian.
Who grew up in New Zealand.
Yeah. So he's learning Amharic. He can read and write it like good for his grade. He can understand it, but when he replies or responds or, you know, talks, it's not perfect, but I guess what Jonas was telling us is that sometimes when foreigners speak Amharic, even his kid, to his own family, his family laughs, but they don't laugh to pick at him. They don't laugh to tease him.
Laughing at.
Yeah, they're not laughing. They're just laughing like, oh, they're so cute. Like, they're so happy that he's speaking Amharic. But his mother, you know, her mindset is a little different. So she might take it as being attacked. So,
Offensive, because in the West, that's how we would interpret that. And that's why cultural nuances are so important to understand, right?
Yeah. So that was just interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Because he said, they just do it. And, you know, even before the foreigners speak, you know, he's asked me, did you? I said, I only know a couple of words. Like, so, but I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't get mad. I would just like, hey, I'm trying. So
yeah. It's I think it's their way of celebrating you. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, well done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not coming from malice is what he was trying to say. And I completely believe that 100%. So.
Yeah. So that's real life. That's like him saying like, hey, this is what's happening in our family. He was also telling us about how it is like communal.
Business.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the communal.
Yeah,
that's
like
a good point.
how Ethiopia has changed so much. Like it's getting more and more westernized. Like it used to be really big on community, and now he's noticing people are more to themselves. They're more like individualistic.
Materialistic.
He was saying that you know, we didn't even wear Western clothes, and you said that too.
It's true. When I used to come, you would never see, and that's why we stood out so much, because everyone was wearing traditional clothing.
Yeah, and earlier during the day before we went to the restaurant, she had on these short Daisy Dukes on, and I didn't notice. I just thought people were looking at us because, you know, me and her. Not too many women have dreads or locks, and me automatically, I'm with her. I don't know. They think I'm from here or Jamaica, one of them. So, but anyway, she was feeling quite uncomfortable, and we went and changed. But back to what's the name? I can't even.
Enitewawek.
Enitewawek.
We'll spell it out for you guys here.
Yeah, it's a hard word. Like
it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, it's a hard word to say. It's a lot of syllables.
Yeah.
The name of the venue, I will say that.
Yeah. Well, what it is it's a creative space. So it's a wonderful cafe. Wonderful cafe. We ended up having a quick bite to eat, which you would have seen, and some beverages. And that was kind of our way of supporting, because even though I knew my yoga class wasn't going to go ahead, I still wanted to support the space because I believe in what they're doing. They provide yoga by other teachers, Zumba, martial arts, which I think are all great and needed in this space, and a place where you can eat and kind of break bread with people in the community. So
and that's his dream. His focus is to bring the community back, and even including foreigners.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a way to, especially for locals and foreigners, to come together, because in the traditional class that we took, which you would have seen by now, it was a great mix of foreigners and locals. It was really, really cool. So just getting to meet
it was cool,
people.
But I don't know why
I'm so grateful. No, I'm so grateful he had that idea, because honestly, I was so set on just like doing the class, and then if that wasn't going to go through, to just support the space. But I wasn't even considering taking anything other than a yoga class there, because I wanted to take yoga class, which is why I wanted to teach a class as like an exchange. But he's like, let's do the traditional dance, since that was supposed to be right before your class anyways. And it was like, yeah, why the heck not? I would have never thought to do that, and man, am I grateful that we did. And we saw people, like I said, that were locals, that were foreigners. Some of them had eaten beforehand. We had seen them in the cafe, and then we saw them in the class, and also came to find out that people actually were coming to my class that had already been canceled, because about 3 people showed up later on that had not signed up. And had we known, Kim and I could have kept the class on, but because they hadn't signed up beforehand, and the initial 3 had canceled, the class was canceled altogether. But it's okay. Next time, I've learned to give these things more than just a few days notice, because we didn't have a lot of lead time to market it. We'll give at least 30 days next time when we know we're coming, to like really push it, because I would have loved to have given that to the community, and it was going to be paired with a lecture as well on holistic health, which is, those are my 2 expertises. So, but anyways, we made a connection with the community and the community owner, and the space, and the cafe / creative space owners, which is sufficient, because I even took the cards of like a couple of the people that were there, that were foreigners, that we kind of ended up chatting. Some of the people that had showed up for my class, which had been canceled, we kind of chatted up a little bit. So it was a great night. It was perfect, and it ended early enough where Ishé and I even had a little bit of just downtime on a Friday night. We had already eaten dinner at the cafe, nice and early. I saw Ishé break a sweat and work really hard on the dance floor. And give it his all, guys.
I was
let
breaking
me tell
sweats.
You.
I was breaking ankles. I was breaking femurs and thigh bones, muscles. Aww. Gosh, that was a workout. And I'm a runner, but I don't hop up and down. And I had the wrong shoes on. I had on breakdancer shoes. I should have had on like my running shoes. But yeah, it was tough, but it was fun. It was fun. It was tough. It was good. I was like, okay, how many more minutes we got? But I did learn some moves, so I'm ready to go out there, and show them what I got with the, with the traditional Ethiopian dance. I'm gonna do my thing. You're gonna see it when we go to the next cultural dinner. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, ooh, okay, I'll show y'all later. Enough for now, but y'all don't see it.
Every time I looked over, because we were on opposite sides of the room, he had a huge grin. You could see all 32 of his teeth. Like, it was magnificent.
I was just trying to, the teacher was so motivating. Mm-hmm. He was like, come on, jump. He's like this. I was like, oh man.
He gave you guys that one move that with like your leg up that he didn't give us when
man, that Oh man, yeah, that was that was
I was wondering why
that
we
was
didn't get
killer.
that too. It was
I
just
was
an event.
oh man, me and the other dude next to me, we was like, man.
It was interesting. It looked like they were about to do a hurdle. Like if you know track and field, you know you're running and then one leg has to come up.
or like a male dog, you know, urinating.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fire hydrant.
and also the owner was in there doing it too. He was dancing with us.
Jonas was with us, yeah, because Kim we didn't actually get to meet.
Yeah.
And it was Jonas's birthday. So Jonas, if you're watching, happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday,
you.
bro. I didn't even know that.
It was, and I forgot to say it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, because when Kim and I, his wife, were texting earlier in the day about the class, she was had been unavailable for some time because she had taken him out for a special lunch. So
He is such a nice guy.
So
man.
down to
that
earth.
dude is really
Yeah.
like when you start talking to him, you just feel like you know him. Like you just feel like warm, like you can trust.
He's very
this guy,
open.
man.
Yeah, he's very open. He's very transparent. Very genuine from what we gathered. And I just want to say thank you to you for finding that space because I had not seen it on any other vlogs. So thank you. And for you guys that watched it, I hope that you will be encouraged to come and support them. They're a family after all. They're a young couple. And it's a great space, guys. It really is. It's a great space.
Oh, the phone is ringing.
Oh, I think that's our company. So we're expecting my cousin and her kids. We're about to go have dinner. It's Saturday night. So on that note, I think I'm going to end this recap, guys. After the cafe, as you know, we came home.
Hi. Are you here now? Hold on.
Marhawit, mitzi? Mitzi?
I think she got the phone got cut.
Abillahi. Hello. Abillahi. Mitzi? Harai. Okay. Oh, okay. Hansen. No, the hand sugar. Yalla. Wala hanti. Harai. Okay, chop. All right, so on that note, guys, we had a great night. It was a great day. And really full when you consider it started off being Kuriftu, Bishoftu, and then ended here with quite a few things accomplished. So we're grateful. And I think we're going to say bye for now.
Bye for now. All right, see y'all
See
on
you
the
guys
next on the next recap. All right, bye.